Welcome, collectors, and thank you for joining me for this edition of Diecast Emporium. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at two recent releases from Greenlight Collectibles. Both of these are NYPD vehicles. On your left, we have from the Hot Pursuit Series 38, the 1997 Jeep Cherokee. And on your right, from Route Runners Series 3, the 2015 Ford Transit New York City Police. So, let's take a look at the Jeep Cherokee first. This is the Hot Pursuit style packaging that Greenlight has used for a number of years now, where you can clearly see the Jeep inside, and underneath it reads 1997 Jeep Cherokee. Up here it reads New York City Police Department, New York City, New York, limited edition Series 38. On the back, you can see the other vehicles that are in this collection. I know it's a little bit hard to see because it's some small print. Also in this collection is the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police 1974 Dodge Monaco, the California Highway Patrol 1993 Jeep Cherokee, this model, the 1997 Jeep Cherokee for the NYPD, the Oceanside Police Department 2015 Nissan GTR in Oceanside, California, the Sterling Heights Police 2020 Ford Police Interceptor Utility in Sterling Heights, Michigan, and last but not least, the General Motors Fleet 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe Police Pursuit Vehicle in Detroit, Michigan. All right, let's get this thing unboxed. We're actually going to unbox both of these together. And then in the second half of this video, we will put them on the spin table so that we can get a closer look at both of these. So here is the Cherokee. Let's bring in the Route Runners van. We're going to do the same thing. Take a look at the packaging first. So this is part of the Route Runner series, which is a new series that Greenlight has introduced, basically focusing on vans. So you've already seen the description of it there on the bottom. On the back, other models in this series include the 2015 Ford Transit, that's this one, the New York City Police, 2015 Ford Transit Indian Motorcycle Sales and Service, 2019 Ford Transit in Shadow Black, 2018 Ram ProMaster in Anaheim, California Fire and Rescue Services Division livery, 2019 Ram ProMaster in Goodyear livery, and last, the 2019 Ford Transit in AMR ambulance livery. Okay, let's get this one unboxed. Now, with these Greenlight packages, if you have never had a Greenlight model, I always cut along the back of this right here, so it gives you this little flap that you can just lift up and take the model out of from behind. And that allows you to put the model back into this package if you want to keep it for safe storage, or if you're moving your collection from place to place. So here is the Transit van. This is the Cherokee. And when we come back, we'll have the spin table out and ready, and we'll take a closer look at each one of these vehicles. All right, welcome back, everyone. Allow me just a moment to adjust the zoom and the lighting here so that we can get the best possible image that we can possibly get on our spin table here. We're going to start out with the 1997 Jeep Cherokee that you see in front of you. Now, in the real world, both the New York City Police Department and the Port Authority Police Department used Jeep Cherokees well into the early 2000s, so it's kind of nice that Greenlight actually is releasing these. So if you are modeling, let's say, a diorama involving the Police Department of New York in the late 90s to the early 2000s, you can buy a fleet of these Jeep Cherokees, and they would actually look correct, being that they are from that time period. As for the decals that are on here, the side obviously reads NYPD. You have your standard CPR down the door right here, which stands for the slogan of the New York City Police Department: courtesy, professionalism, and respect. You have police towards the front, police on the front, your protection bumper on the front part of the grille. You have the clear light bar on top, which is an interesting choice because every single one of these Jeeps that I remember seeing back in the day had the very distinct New York-style V light pattern that many of you may remember. But they've opted to go with the clear light bar on here, which I guess is, it looks decent. I mean, it looks kind of correct to that era, but I guess I would have gone with the V light pattern. It is somewhat of a heavy model. The base is die-cast. The body of the vehicle is die-cast. The wheels are rubber. It looks quite good. The grille being black with the lights and the turn indicators being highlighted with some paint. It will roll freely. There's no quality control issues on this particular model that I can see right away. But one thing I would have liked to have seen on this, particularly with Greenlight having a lineup of trailers, it would have been nice to see a trailer hitch on the back of this Jeep, and that's not present on this model. So that's the 97 Jeep Cherokee. Let's move on to the 2015 Ford Transit van, seen here. As we saw in the opening, the van is part of the Route Runners Series 3. Greenlight's already done an FDNY, which is the Fire Department of New York livery for the van, so obviously it was a natural progression to do one for the police department. Now, in the real world, you'll actually still see these if you travel to New York City. You're likely to see these out and about on the streets of New York. The NYPD uses these for a variety of different applications, including but not limited to traffic enforcement, strategic response vehicles, fleet management roles, and much, much more. Now, normally they will have what they are designated for written on the side of these. This is just a generic version. So, for example, if this was a traffic management vehicle, there'd be some blue writing up here that would denote that this is a traffic management vehicle. This just has NYPD on it. The precinct along the side, again, the CPR that you'll see on every single NYPD vehicle. NYPD police. One highlight of this van that I really do like is they captured the look of the wheels and hubs perfectly on this. Glass windshield, or plastic windshield to emulate the glass windshield, I should say, to be precise. Windows are down on both sides, so it gives the illusion, obviously, that the windows have been lowered down. No opening parts. Again, it would have been great maybe if the back doors would have opened. And as I said before with the Jeep, unfortunately, there isn't, I should say, a trailer hitch on the back, so you can't use this to pull any of the NYPD trailers or even the FDNY trailers if you so desire to do that. This, though, again, very hefty. You can see the base, almost all entirely metal. The wheels are rubber. Again, that means it'll roll freely. And it is a very hefty piece. Now, both of these retail for around the same price, usually around the $7 to $8 range, somewhere in there. So you're getting pretty fair value for these, I would say. And you can pick these up, obviously, if you have a Meijer near you. These are hitting the pegs now, or any of the 1/64 scale online stores. Even check eBay if you're having trouble finding these. They're always going to be on there. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you all so very much for watching. Let me know if you're going to want to add either of these to your collection, or maybe you already have them in your collection. And also, what other vehicles would you like to see Greenlight produce for the city of New York? Thanks again so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Until next time, take care and be safe. I'll see you in the next review.